I'm going to talk to you about why you need a social media spokesperson. Now, a spokesperson really is the public face of your company. You may, for example, have a Twitter page or a LinkedIn company page, but you need a person within the company who is the public face, who essentially gives the official statement on what's happening at the company, shares the company's values, shares the company's views, and also that person needs to really set the tone of how everybody else speaks on behalf of the company. And really, so you need to think about who is going to be fulfilling that role. Very often you'll have actually a managing director fulfilling that role, or you'll have a senior person in the company, the head of PR or something. What you need to think about is who is actually going to be doing that on a day-to-day basis. So although the CEO might have a Twitter account, they may not actually be the person. It may be somebody who is doing updates on their behalf. Whoever is the spokesperson, you need to make sure that their voice is authentic. The fact that it's genuine. If people read that Twitter account of the CEO, it really sounds like them. So if you are the social media spokesperson, if you are running a Twitter account on behalf of the managing director, make sure that you actually speak to them. Talk about the sort of things with them that they want to share with the community. And make sure that before you put any updates out, make sure that the person you're tweeting on behalf of actually read what you're about to publish and actually approves what's been said. There's nothing more embarrassing than when a CEO of a company has had something put on Twitter on their behalf, and then when shareholders and clients come up to you afterwards to ask you about it, you say, "What is that? I don't know anything about it." And that does often happen. It can be hugely embarrassing. So bear that in mind. The other thing to bear in mind is that the spokesperson needs to ensure that a consistent message is given across all platforms. So for example, if say your annual report has just been published and there are questions being asked about it, you may have put something about that on Twitter. Is your timing right on the other platforms as well? Are you putting across a similar message? The other thing that a spokesperson can do is actually set the tone for other employees. So you may have a company Twitter account, but you might encourage other employees to go onto LinkedIn, for example, and to go onto Twitter. What the spokesperson can do is actually keep the rest of the employees informed about what he or she has just said on behalf of the company. Then they can take that update on Twitter, or they can take that update that's on LinkedIn, and they can share it on their profiles as well. So that person actually sets the tone not just for the company, but sets the tone for the employees. So just to summarise, a spokesperson really is the public face of a company. They'll typically have a Twitter account or LinkedIn account where they are tweeting in their own name, so you can see the face of the person who's speaking. They are going to be authentic, and most importantly, they're going to be consistent. So next time you're planning to set up a social media campaign, think carefully about getting the right person to represent your company.